New hardware, better software, more news right here, right now. Today's video is dedicated to the memory of Roy Ayers, a magnificent jazz musician who may not ring a bell, but I'm pretty sure you've heard his music as a sample in any of the hits of the last 30 years, because he was that kind of influential. Greetings Romy, you're watching Rom, the channel sharing the joy of sim racing and a regular news roundup, our weekly sim racing news. Thanks to all those who come here often, especially those who subscribe, and even more, our patrons. My name is Serta and I will be your host for this video. This week developed like they often do. On Monday I wasn't sure we'd have much to tell you, then we end up with Asetek shaking the hard world once again, a new delivery by Rennsport, BeamNG and iRacing teasing new things, and even rFactor 2 showing signs of life. So look alive, because here they come. In their wild search to find anybody who uses their sim, Rennsport is now launching on consoles with full crossplay compatibility and cross progression. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter which system you use, which is not difficult as already on PC, Epic and Steam were only gateways to the Rennsport system and servers. But for sure, full crossplay across the most popular consoles is not a small feat, and now we know why they were so silent in the past months. Also, they reworked their safety rating for the new version, which means you all got set back to safety rating 0. The way the safety rating gets measured after a race has changed, as well as the top threshold from 5 to 8, and for your first 20 races the rating is calculated slightly different to allow you to set up a baseline. All this is part of a big update they call 1.12.12 Early Access, which brings other changes like a heavy rework of GT3 tires with lower starting temperature but less grip loss from cold and overheated tires and different static pressures. The calculations for grip have been changed overall, as well as parts of the suspension, traction control and ABS. Speaking about ABS, be careful when braking, as the overall braking power has been increased. Standard setups have also been changed significantly. Rennsport say these changes will also come to other car classes in the future. Added to all these changes, there's new telemetry channels for any periphery you may have that uses them, including vertical acceleration and ride height, which may very well be useful for motion systems and systems which give any kind of tactile feedback. You thought Studio 397 were done with rFactor 2? So did we. Therefore, we are delightfully surprised to find they are dropping free content. It's not much, it's just new liveries and track branding for the 2024-25 season of Formula E, but it's better than nothing. If I remember correctly, there are no new tracks this season of Formula E anyway. Please do correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, I haven't been keeping up with Formula E lately. Another studio teasing stuff are the makers of BeamNG, who dropped a video for their fans that shows how you will be able to construct new buildings with a new detailed map builder. The Race Room published a patch with fixes to a crash that happened if you spent a lot of hours in the leaderboard, and corrections to some graphics, some tracks and some cars. iRacing have been dropping some videos in their official channel teasing new features like adaptive AI, an update of their user interface which changes the official series page, adding new tabs and sorting the information differently than before, and adding a ton of statistics. They also dropped a video explaining the changes in the physics and tires they've done to GTP and hypercars for Season 2 25. Tires now need longer to get to the ideal temperature, which makes the outlap even more important. They've also changed the output of the internal combustion system, and an update of the hybrid system is in the works, but not released yet. What surprises us is that there has not been an information drop around this in their page, but it's a small matter. We all know how to use this newfangled tube thingy. If you like what you see, how about supporting us? A like and a comment to tell the almighty algorithm we are worth watching are a good start. Subscribing is even better, and what really helps us grow is you becoming a patron, as YouTube's income is tiny for us sim racing channels. Patrons get access to exclusive content and are involved in our decision. Help us grow with your support, help us keep spreading the joy of sim racing. Become a patron today. Asetek released this week a ton of different products, which you will see us talking about more in the future as we got the stuff for reviewing. They are, for example, releasing a new system for their hydraulic pedals, which, in line with the first name it had, Thorpe, is now called Thorpe 2. From now on, all Invicta pedals will use this system, which is already prepared to use special settings like a very special and extra ABS system. If you already own Asetek pedals with the Thorpe system, Asetek will offer the Thorpe 2 as an upgrade you install yourself. Also, Asetek have changed the way you change the elastomers, and it looks the easiest we've ever seen, which is a relief. The Thorpe 2 system will also give you more brake travel than its predecessor, much to the chagrin of Asetek Simsports CEO Andre, who prefers short travel, as he himself will tell you at every opportunity. The price for the Invicta pedal starts at €800 USD plus VAT and whatever else taxes and transport you may have. Also new are different La Prima button boxes, to which you then can add any type of handles you prefer. They've also revised the way to do upgrades. If you want to upgrade a La Prima wheelbase, from now on you'll buy a new power supply, download a firmware update, and presto, now you'll have 16 Nm instead of the standard 12 Nm the wheelbase normally has. Be aware other functions of the 40 wheelbases will not be included, it'll be just an update on the torque of the base. This update will cost €150 USD for a short time, moving then to a standard price of €200 USD, plus taxes and so on. They're bringing out a sweet covered round rim that is size compatible with their button boxes and is built in a way where you don't accidentally click on the buttons while handling the rim. It's 340mm in diameter, which is a nice size in my opinion. This rim will set your retirement funds back €135 USD plus taxes blah blah blah. 40 button boxes have changed design a bit, and you can decide for yourself if you want to use their very Asetek-y orange buttons or rather go with black buttons, as both versions will be delivered in the box. With a button box. You know what I mean. As it was before, you can buy a kit so you can change the handles of the funky switches and rotaries. And somebody should tell Asetek they are not calling the switches the right thing.
And kinky switches.
Just saying. And these may be news for some of you, but from now on, Asetek will sell handles and boxes independently from each other. You can combine any button box with any handle or rim of your preference to build your own rim. These will lower the price of the button boxes of sorts. If you already have handles or rims for the button box, you don't need to buy any. If you want a box plus handles or rim, you'll buy both, but being able to choose exactly which kind you want. Button boxes start at €335 USD plus taxes and so on, with the La Prima GT button box, and go up from there. In line with their strategy of not closing you in their walled garden, they also sell a quick release you can add to any wheelbase that uses the standard 70mm bolt pattern and to which you can attach any of their button boxes. The QR has a USB cable that will transport any wheel information to your computer. Clever, yes siree. And whenever iRacing comes with their new big update, that version will support Asetek wheelbases and deliver the information with a new 360Hz system force feedback. Andre also teased a handbrake, but did not say anything more about it, by the way. If you're overwhelmed by the prices, Asetek's got your back, as they are going to introduce a complete line of more affordable products they call Initium. Beginning in Latin. Hey, look, all those years suffering Latin classes in school and in university were worth something. Like with the other product lines, they will release a full ecosystem for sim racers, only the materials will not be as high-end as the materials they use in the higher priced lines. No surprise here. Interestingly enough, they'll start with an Initium rig, so something they don't have for any other of their product lines. Yet. According to them, the Initium rig will be able to handle any wheelbase or braking force you put at them from any Asetek product. Also, the Initium line will be console compatible from the start, which is a clever move by them. Get them cheap and early. These will make some at Fnatic and Moza choke on their breakfast for sure. According to Andre, a complete set of Asetek Initium products, including rig and seat, should not cost more than €1,000 USD. Call it far-fetched or call it optimistic, but it would not be the first time Asetek surprised us as well as their competitors. But as I said, they are starting with the Initium rig, priced at extremely competitive €400 USD. We were not able to find out if this price includes the seat, because if it does, it will be extremely competitive. As a bonus, you can fold the Initium seat and roll the whole rig away or against the wall. This Initium line sounds like a great way to get people into sim racing, and we're all in favor of it.